you're relying on people in the jail. Like, you're not really allowed to, you can call like a safe haven and stuff like that, but it doesn't matter. The reentry coordinator has to do that from the inside. And the reentry coordinator is overworked, overwhelmed, and bored. And so she's trying, but it's not enough. And they don't even know about half the places. I'm like, why don't you call here? Why don't you call here? And since I was in drug court, mine had to be set up by the drug court lady. And she was so close to retirement, she like left me in there to rot. Because I couldn't get out without her say so. It had to be coordinated with her. You got family, and so, you know, you can usually kind of get out and go. But if the court's like, no, we want you to go to a specific housing structure, then your hands are tied by other people. The poor jail conditions and the lack of stimuli in jail sets you up to do work that is not fulfilling any sort of passion or purpose. So trying to take something like a simple sales role or data entry, something, you know, simple to get back in it. But the problem is that I noticed is the lower the job, like almost like the less work you're doing, the more they background check you. So like at this company I'm talking to right now, I'm looking at, they hired me. I put on my background that I have a felony. They want me to come in and start, but I know people who work there, and in about 3 weeks they got let go. So I'm looking at probably getting fired in a few weeks, you know. But it's like, do you take the money? You know, you need money to live. You got to pay rent, a phone bill, all that stuff, you know. Or do I hold out for the job that's going to look past my background, which is hard to find. You need to find like a family-owned business who is like, I see something in you. Because I don't know about you, but at my work, when I do work, I don't want to be a number on an Excel sheet. I want to make a difference in a company. And I have the mindset to do that. So I have to find the right company that's for me. My Medicaid is awesome. As long as you can get Medicaid and SNAP, it's good. Medicaid for me with county care has been utmost help. I don't find too many problems. Now, when I first started navigating the system, it was hard to find a doctor that took Medicaid, but once I got in, I was okay. But it's a frustrating process. Like, the process doesn't have to be that hard. You know, with me, I've seen people struggle. I've struggled, but I was lucky enough to have my Medicaid and stuff situated before I went in, and I didn't go in for long, and I never went to prison, just jail. But you know, the people that I knew, you know, they struggled and they went back in. You know, they had issues. And, you know, the people I was with at Grace House, you know, they were locked up. They were taking one medication, then they get out and their doctor's like, no, that's not good, or your insurance doesn't cover that now. We're going to send you to this. And then expect people who do have mental health issues not to go crazy. And people go a little off the wire sometimes if there's a medication change. Mm-hmm. So I think better resourcing for health is going to be a big movement that needs to happen, because reintegration, you know, and you're reintegrated back into maybe poverty, it's a bad combo.